Hi everybody, welcome back to Cedar Creek RC. John here. I bought the Injora modu wheels. I really like Injora wheels, and I got the Swamp Claw tires. I've already put a couple together. If you've put these together before, you know it can be a little bit of a pain to get all the screws and everything lined up because you're got like 4 pieces to put together, basically 3. But they come with um, one screw here and one screw here already installed, just like this. Um, you can take it out, but then you have to try to line up all your screws. So a little tip, um, I figured out I have some 1.4 by 12 millimeter screws. Um, if you screw them in and just barely get them in where they're in the front part, so it doesn't come apart, you can actually put these wheels together without taking them apart, and this also helps to keep all your holes lined up. But you put those two in, take your 2 Injora screws out, try not to lose those. But this will allow you can see how much room you can get on each side. Um, but it really does help keep everything lined up. So now I'll have to check and see which ones, because you want all your tires going, they're kind of directional. Then you just slide your wheel into your tire. And I think this might work on with like their wagon wheel style too. They kind of have something like that with it. Um, but you can see, I don't have to take the whole tire or whole wheel assembly apart. Just put them together like normal. Get your beadlock rings or your rings in, and then move over to the front. Make sure it's pulled all the way out, and just work it around and get it installed. Then take your stock screws or your factory Injora screws, stock Injora screws, and put them in, and it's already lined up because the longer screws are holding it in place. Just when you're putting it together, also make sure your beadlock and everything is set. Um, but this is much easier than trying to line up, 2 screws at one time. Get those 2 tightened down, and then just take the longer screws back out. And it makes it's so much easier this way. Like, I was getting so frustrated trying to line up all my screws. I mean, that's just a little tip, little trick. And it works out so much better. It's so much easier to do that way. I'd never had these modu wheels before. Um, And I was getting so frustrated putting them together. But this is such, I mean, all my screw holes, everything's lined up. I don't know, it seems to work fairly well. But yeah, it's a 1.4 millimeter by 12 millimeter screw. You might could get away with 10 millimeter. I'm not real sure. I just had some of these 12 millimeter ones laying around. You could probably get, it might be the same screw that goes through your front axle for your servo mount. That I didn't have to fight with the inner ring or anything. It's just they're in there. So you're looking at 6 or 7 minutes, maybe 5 minutes to put these together, maybe less. I don't have my electric screwdriver, but yeah, I mean, it makes it so much faster. So just a little tip for the Injora modu wheels. I'm sure it would work. These are the 1.3s, so I'm sure it would work on the 1.0s as well. But that's all I have today. Just a little tips and tricks, life hack, whatever you want to call it. But I appreciate everybody watching. Like, subscribe, and share, and stay safe out there.